Tonight, coming to the rescue, dozens are helped to safety after a chairlift stops working at Spirit Mountain. And deadline looming, it's a race against the clock for Duluth business owners to get plans in place to comply with the controversial ordinance. Plus, a changing of the guard for a local program that provides affordable housing after a key person announces retirement.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Kristen has the night off. In less than 1 week, business owners in Duluth will have to be in compliance with the city's new Earned Sick and Safe Time ordinance. ESST applies to businesses with more than 5 employees. Employees will be able to use it in situations involving illnesses, injuries, physical or mental health conditions, and other issues involving themselves or family members. Here's how it works. Employees accrue 1 hour of earned sick and safe time for every 50 hours worked and begin accruing it on their start date. Employees may accrue up to 64 hours in 1 year and may carry up to 40 hours of unused time from year to year. The new ordinance goes into effect January 1st. CBS 3's Jenna Wells caught up with the local business and city officials about how they're handling the change.
The start of the new year means earned sick and safe time with pay for most employees working at businesses in Duluth.
The intent behind it is really strong, that you want people to be able to be home when they need to be home and to be home when their kids need them to be home as well.
City Councilor Eric Forsman says many businesses already had similar policies in place, but they'll still have to make some changes.
For some that weren't offering it, it is definitely a change that will affect their bottom line. And so, great for employees that are able to access this benefit now, but also in recognition of the fact that businesses have had to make changes to be able to meet those requirements.
One business already with an ESST policy, Grandma's Restaurants in Duluth. Their Director of Operations, Tony Bowen, has been heavily involved in the more than 16-month process of creating the ordinance.
We needed to educate the counselors a little bit on what our business model is and try and come and they listened and I think they came to some good compromise. I think we opened some eyes.
He says several local restaurants have been collaborating to gain a better understanding and get on the same page.
So we've formed a loose coalition of restaurants called the Duluth Local Restaurant Association. This is all local restaurants because, we're the ones that are really getting, the adjustment. And it's created more of an atmosphere of cooperation rather than competition.
Bowen says most are content with the ordinance, but he's concerned that smaller businesses will have trouble keeping up with the complex coming changes.
I bet you if you went and knocked on the doors some businesses outside of downtown that don't have something like the Greater Downtown Council or Canal Park Business Association, Lincoln Park Business Association, to kind of inform them of things like this that are coming down the pipe, they're not going to know about it.
Duluth is one of the only cities in Minnesota with this new policy, along with the Twin Cities. Well, with only 5 days left before their contracts expire, St. Louis County spokespeople say they're still negotiating with their union plow drivers. Plow operators and mechanics with the Teamsters Local 320 union voted earlier this month to authorize a strike if their demands were not met. The approximately 180 union members are asking for changes to their wages, benefits, and health insurance. Their contract expires at the end of the month. They do have a strike date in mind, but they have not released that to the public. Well, this warm and rainy weather isn't doing the area's snowmobile trails any favors. Barron County closed its trails this morning. Ashland County's trails were listed in poor condition. Those in the Superior and Douglas County areas are partially open and in fair condition. Meanwhile, over in Minnesota, the Lake Vermilion Sudan Underground Mine State Park trails are in poor condition. So are the Fond du Lac State Forest trails. The Munger Trail is in good condition. And with that, we'll turn over to Dave for a quick look at the weather. Dave, it's warm. It seems like all the snow is melting over the last couple days.
In just a couple days, though, we're going to really replenish those snows, especially in Minnesota, Mr. President. So let's take a look at. We've got low pressure system up to our north right now. That could bring a little bit of light snow to the area tonight, but once we get into tomorrow, higher pressure comes to call, and that is going to perk things up sunshine-wise. Day planner for Friday will be the sunshine and high temps 20s, but Friday will be a one-day sun event only because by Saturday, indeed, Minnesota is facing a winter
All right, thanks, Dave. That forecast has a lot of post-holiday travelers keeping a close eye on the storm. And MnDOT says they're getting all their crews ready. Spokesperson Beth Petrowski says they'll be out laying salt and potassium acetate before the storm hits. Then they'll have all their plows out throughout the weekend until all the roads are clear.
I think might complicate the storm a little bit is the fact that there will be more people on the road. And so we are just asking that people be extremely careful and drive for the conditions, because it could be slippery with the kind of transitional snow-rain mix that we are expected to get.
We also reached out to Duluth and Superior officials to see how they're preparing for the storm. Mayor Jim Payne says they'll be out as soon as the snow starts. We did not hear back from Duluth by news time. Skiers and snowboarders at Spirit Mountain had to be rescued from the hill's main chairlift today. Spirit Mountain's executive director said something broke around noon. They spent about an hour and a half helping people to the ground by way of a harness system. We're told it was a mechanical issue with the lift.
So we went through all of our normal policies and procedures, which then led into us doing a manual evacuation of the chairlift. That is performed by our trained ski patrollers as well as members of our operations team. This is a normal process for us when we're having to evac a chair, and something that we train for.
No word on exactly how many people were on the lift at the time, but Spirit Mountain officials say everyone did get down safely. At least one snowboarder we caught up with was anxious to get back on the hill.
We can't use the lift. So it impacted our whole day. So we're just kind of riding the rope, the bunny hill. Yeah, it's a bummer.
Fortunately, that lift was back up and running by about 2 o'clock this afternoon. The search is on tonight for a man accused of assaulting a woman at a Wyoming, Minnesota gas station and forcibly taking an infant child. Chisago County authorities say the 6-month-old boy was with his mother when Ben Tyetz, the non-custodial father, took him from a gas station bathroom off of I-35. Authorities say the child has been found safe, but they did not comment on the condition. No word on the mother's condition either. As we mentioned, the search is still underway for the father. He's described as a white male weighing around 250 pounds. Authorities say the 37-year-old was wearing a blackish gray hoodie at the time of the incident. It's believed he has large knives, but authorities aren't sure if he has a gun. He was driving a 2002 silver Chevy Monte Carlo. Chisago County authorities say this situation did not meet the Amber Alert requirements. They did not specify why. Closer to home, changes are coming for one housing organization in the Twin Ports. Center City's housing executive director Rick Clune is retiring from the organization at the end of the year. CBS 3's Emma Quinn joins us in studio now. Emma, what changes are coming for the organization?
Yeah, Tony, the organization builds affordable housing for homeless and low-income people around Minnesota. Clun has been a vital part of that mission for the last 15 years. He says he's retiring due to getting older, and Clun believes change is good for operations to continue running smoothly. And now is that time. There are several projects throughout the state Center City is getting ready to break ground on. Clun says his absence won't impact the projects moving forward, and every project he's been a part of is special to him for many different reasons.
I think I'm proud of all of them for all kinds of different reasons. Each and every one of them has provided really a lot of opportunities for people that otherwise didn't have opportunities.
Nancy Cashman will be the next executive director of Center City after working with the organization for more than a decade. She was given the role after the board of directors of the organization created a search party to find Clun's replacement. Cashman starts at the beginning of January, and coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from her and what comes next from Center City.
All right, thanks, Emma. Well, 33 hours after the fires first started, crews have finally extinguished the blaze at a Minneapolis apartment complex. No one was seriously hurt, but the fire at the old Drake Hotel early Christmas morning displaced hundreds of low-income and homeless residents. Tonight, we're getting our first look at just how bad the building was damaged. Officials are still trying to figure out what caused the fire. Now, in the wake of another fire at a low-income apartment complex in Minneapolis earlier this year, city officials say they're starting conversations about changing a law that would allow older buildings to meet recent fire prevention criteria.
So we are talking to within the city enterprise and with partners and to some legislators, I think, to sound out the possibility of that law changing. But in the meantime, it's a discussion and nothing more.
The city of Minneapolis has ordered part of the building to be demolished as they say it's unstable and unsafe. Hennepin County and the city of Minneapolis are working together to find a temporary shelter for the 250 people who are displaced. We're also learning tonight the Red from the Northland have been deployed to help the fire victims. If you'd like to donate, you can contact the Minnesota Red Cross. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, the Red Kettle campaign in Duluth is over, but donations are still needed. Details next.
All right, I think we have these microphone problems hammered out. As far as weather problems, probably none tomorrow. Chance for light snow tonight, then sunshine for Friday. Heavier snow, though, could be with us for Saturday, Sunday, and a slice of Monday. And we'll tell you about it coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. CBS 3 News is brought to you by Fond du Luth Casino.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Opioids are used primarily to treat pain, though they also can produce a state of euphoria, sometimes resulting in dependency or addiction. Dr. Joe Bianco, a physician at Essentia Health, has witnessed both the benefits and detriments of opioid use.
Opioids are very important in our daily medical practice. They make a big difference on how we treat our patients. The key is using them safely. So if you've been on opioids for a long time and you find that you need to take more and more, but your pain is getting worse or it's not getting any better, something to think about is reducing the amount of opioids that you're on, because sometimes opioids can cause more pain. The patient can always refuse to use them as well or not wish to have them. And we have other means to take care of pain that we can explore with patients. Addiction is a chronic disease, just like any other disease. And too often we've moralized addiction. And what we're doing right now is encouraging people to see this as a medical condition, just like hypertension or diabetes.
Essentia Health has been a leader regionally in addressing the opioid epidemic. Within the past 5 years, we've seen a 50% decrease in patients started on opioids for chronic pain.
Three of the main ways that Essentia is addressing opioids is by reducing the amount of opioids within the community, treating pain differently, and for our patients who do have opioid use disorder or addiction, we're working on helping them manage their chronic disease. I'm encouraged by the progress that we're seeing in making a healthy difference in our patients' lives.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
This Medical Insight was brought to you by Essentia Health. To learn more about the services we offer, visit essentiahealth.org.
At Chevy, we're all family. We're a festive family.
We're a get-up-and-go family. We're all part of the Chevy family.
Because our Chevy employee discount is still available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
So Happy New Year, and welcome to the family.
The Chevy family. Use your Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $11,800 on this Silverado All-Star. The Chevy employee discount for everyone ends soon.
America's Most Watched Network. Tonight, starting at 7, only on CBS 3 Duluth. Then, stay tuned for CBS 3 News at 10.
From all of us here at CBS 3, happy holidays!
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS 3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Come the weekend, yeah, it looks like snow is coming, especially for Minnesota. Right now, National Weather Service is thinking about a winter storm watch here from Saturday on through Monday for indeed Minnesota. Right now, it looks like Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula are out from under the gun, but of course things could change as the Colorado low works its way towards us for Saturday afternoon and through Monday morning. But Friday will be the break in the action, the respite, the girding of the loins, and all of that because, yeah, tomorrow should be beautiful. And we'll show you the whole 7-day forecast, whether you like snow or not, or whether you like sun or not, or warmth or not. I'll show you what we're getting in just a bit. Here's what we're getting right now at the airport in Duluth. It's 29 degrees, so the warm spell's still going one more day. 82% for relative humidity, 12-mile-an-hour winds coming from the west. And barometric pressure, 29.95 inches of mercury, or 1,014 millibars. Like so many days in the past week here, that's a little higher than normal on the surface by just a little notch. but up aloft, a couple of upper-level troughs of lower pressure working by, keeping the clouds up and bringing us snow chances, including one tonight. But first we talk temperatures. Low 30s Upper Peninsula, low 30s for northern Wisconsin as well. A wider range for Minnesotans. We have as cool as 27 International Falls and as warm as 30 towards Hermantown, 35 right by the lake in Grand Marais. Temperatures tonight will start to cool a little bit. They'll get into the teens for Minnesota and perhaps low 20s for most of northwestern Wisconsin and the UP. No big cold snaps coming our way for the week ahead, but it will cool enough to help egg on the chance for weekend snow. And we could get a little snow tonight. There's a 40% chance for a couple of snow showers all around the region here as our last line of troughs of lower pressure here do work out of the area. So overnight tonight, look for a trace to an inch or two of snow, and temperatures cooling, like we mentioned, towards the teens, especially inland. But it won't last forever. The low will go, and for Friday, higher pressure builds in from the northwest to bring us a pretty nice sunny day. One day only event. Take advantage of while you can, because once we get into Saturday afternoon, yeah, this Colorado low creeping up from the southwest will push into the plains and lift up towards our region, bringing Gulf moisture, cooler temperatures behind the system, providing extra lift. Yeah, snow is very likely. 80 to 90% chances from Saturday afternoon through Monday morning. And by the time we get to Monday afternoon and a chance to fire up the snow blowers, this is my preliminary guesstimate. Frankly, the usual caveat gets tossed out here. This offer is subject to change. But it looks like northern Minnesota could run 5 to 10 and 3 to 6 for northwestern Wisconsin and the upper peninsula of Michigan. Of course, the 3 more likely the further south you get, the 6 more likely right by the lake. Now, forecast here for tonight. This one calls for, in Minnesota, that chance for a little bit of light snow, and low temps as cool as 13 towards International Falls and Orr, Big Fork, as warm as 22 for Two Harbors and Park Point. Now, Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there, 19 to 23, just a hair warmer there with the same 40% chance for light snow. For tomorrow, partly cloudy sky. Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps, 27 to 32. That's still warmer than normal, but coming down a little bit. Minnesota, high temps with sunshine, about 26 to 32. Again, coming down just a little bit, and temperatures coming down enough over the weekend then, just by a skosh, for that 80 to 90% chance for the potentially heavy snow in through Monday morning. Once that goes, the new year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, calmer and cooler, back into the lower 20s.
After all these warm temperatures we've had over the last couple days, the snow started melting, obviously. It'll be nice to get that fresh snow cover on top.
A lot of snow fans want that to happen.
Yeah, it makes it look a little bit more pretty.
It does.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, the Red Kettle campaign ended Christmas Eve. Salvation Army officials say they still get donations coming in after the fact. So there's still a chance they can still reach their goal. The Duluth Salvation Army says any money raised stays in Duluth. A survey of Wisconsin bank executives shows the state's economy should be in pretty good shape next year. That same also forecasted a strong year of lending in 2020. It shows 95% of Wisconsin bankers rate the economy as good or excellent. The remaining 5% think the outlook is fair, and none of them consider the economy to be poor. We're talking about sports. He's in for Kelly tonight. Neil, what's on tap?
Well, you know, there's for sure things around the holidays, you know, celebrating with family, but there's also plenty of holiday tournaments, a lot of them. So we have plenty of hockey to get to as a number of area teams competing in holiday tournaments. That includes Hermantown and Proctor. Those highlights coming up right after the break.
Get your new air and snow blower from Duluth Lawn and Sport.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. New state-of-the-art dealership. Same President's Award-winning service. KohlerToyota.com.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's happiest moments when everyone has a spot. Even Spot. A new year is a new chance for savings at Schneiderman's huge year-end clearance. Shop now at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Here's this week's CBS3 Game Day lineup. Brought to you by Kohler Hyundai. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
All of us at Super One Foods would like to say thank you. Thank you for shopping with us here each and every day and making it a joy to come to work.
You've allowed us to give back to the local communities we serve for the past 40 years. Each year, we raise and donate hundreds of thousands of dollars in support to local charities and food shelves, youth organizations, and various athletic events.
From all of us at Super One Foods, thank you.
We're proud to serve you locally every day with low prices and better choices.
For New Year's Eve only, join the DSSO in the ultimate Rocky Horror Picture Show experience, live and in concert. Visit DSSO.com for tickets.
When you share the love, you change lives. Over 2,200 wishes granted, more than 57,000 pets supported, over 100 national parks protected, over 2 million meals provided. Through the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru will have proudly donated over $170 million to national and hometown charities over 12 years.
Visit Miller Hill Subaru today during the Subaru Share the Love event, going on now through January 2nd. Visit us online at millerhill.com.
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in the Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up,
change temperature to 72,
the lights down,
dim the lights,
and still access their DVR?
play video?
Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish, tuned in to you.
Some things just can't last forever. Like Slushy here. And our best offer of the year during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. But hurry, these amazing offers on select Ford models end soon. And so does your chance to earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Now for a limited time, lease an F-150 for just $259 a month. Or get over $11,500 in total savings. But hurry, it all ends January 2nd. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's outrageous moments. More room for the king of the castle. Free box spring or $200 bonus cash with the purchase of any Stearns & Foster mattress. Only at Schneiderman Sleep.
Just a year ago, the Hermantown boys hockey team was in the championship game of the Hilltopper Holiday Classic for the 5th straight year. But unfortunately, they weren't able to take home any hardware with a loss to Rosemont in that game. The Hawks beginning their chase for 6 straight years as they face Brainerd halfway point in the first. Brainerd crashing the net. Mike Labor takes advantage of a teammate's screen, putting it in the back of the net. It's 1-0 Warriors to the second. Hawks coming alive. Aaron Pionk with the shot, and Zach Kylan is there for cleanup duty. It's a 1-1 game. 7 minutes later, Hermantown takes over. Blake Biondi snipes one off the post and in. It's 2-1 Hawks, and he wasn't done. Biondi off the feed from Kylan. He scores on the wrister, making it a 2-goal game. Hermantown adds one more for the 4-1 win. Up at the North Shore Tournament in Silver Bay, Proctor taking on Rice Lake. After a scoreless first period, Rice Lake opens things up just 20 seconds into the middle frame. Zach Holmstrom gets a pass in front, and Mason Ewert makes it 1-0 Warriors. Proctor would respond just a few minutes later. Reese Ward makes a move around the defender, throws it on net, and takes a deflection off the D-man to tie it up. To the third, Rice Lake would get the lead back. Puck comes back to the point, and Tegan Shire tips it in front. Under 7 minutes left, Proctor would once again battle back to tie it up. Ben Harnell finds himself on the breakaway and finishes with a sick move. Just over a minute left. Rice Lake delivers the dagger in the Rails' hearts. Warriors shorthanded, but Jace Fitzgerald is all alone, and he buries it. Rice Lake picks up the 4-2 victory. Now the North Shore Holiday Tournament will be continuing all day long today. Moose Lake and Park Rapids is currently underway. Then in the nightcap, it's the Storm hosting Red Lake Falls. Highlights from both games tonight at 10 right here on CBS3. Finally, over in Europe, Scott Sandelin opening the World Juniors Tournament as head coach of Team USA. They open against rival Canada and get going fast. Trevor Zegras carries the puck into the zone. Alex Turcotte feeds Arthur Kalioff to zip Americans. But Team Canada storms back with the next 4 goals of the game. Alexi Lafranerie with the slick move in traffic over to Barrett Hayden. beats Spencer Knight. It's 4-2 Canada. Don't count out the Americans, though, down 4-3 on the power play. Nick Robertson finds Shane Pinto for the tap-in, his second goal of the game, ties it at 4, but not for long. Off the ensuing face-off, it's Canada's Alexis Lafreniere showing the slick mitts. Lafreniere beats Knight along the post. Canada wins it 6-4 as U.S. takes on Germany tomorrow. So bragging rights to the people up north for today.
No rest for the bench boss there.
No, he has no time. Except this weekend, he's not going to be coaching. It'll be Jason Herter for the Bulldogs against Merrimack, but no time off for him. He's in the Czech Republic right now.
Busy man.
Busy man.
All right. Thanks, Neil. Well, if you're itching to stop vacuuming up those pine needles already, there's an easy way to ditch your Christmas tree. Starting today, you can drop it off at one of a handful of tree cycling locations around Duluth. The Western Lake Superior Sanitary District hosts the program. Now, most of the sites are open until January 10th. You can find that entire list of drop-off sites on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. And by the way, a local business, Twin Ports Trailer Trash, is also offering free Christmas tree pickup on January 6th and 7th. Still got your tree up?
Oh, yeah, at my age, I don't put a tree up anymore.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's a little too early.
I have fun
one
memories.
day and you're already thinking about taking it down?
Yeah. I'd leave mine up at least probably a week or two after Christmas.
All right. If I still put one up, I suppose I'd keep it up through Epiphany, the whole 12
there
days
you go.
of Christmas.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
The trees are going to be pretty covered in snow starting this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have a snowy Epiphany coming our way this weekend. But tomorrow is a day to make your plans, your battle plans. Get the snowblower fired up because it'll be beautiful tomorrow. Clear to partly cloudy and a high temp near 27 degrees, which is warmer than normal, but not drastically so like it has been past couple of days. For Saturday and Sunday, though, a Colorado low coming to call, maybe even turning into a panhandle hook, could create high chances for decent levels of snow both Saturday and Sunday, 80 to 90%. Right now, it looks like there's going to be at least a winter storm watch for Minnesota during that period, all the way through Monday morning. Wisconsin, Michigan appear to be off the hook right now. Today's snow total estimates, I'm being conservative, I'm thinking 5 to 10 through Monday afternoon for folks in Minnesota, maybe 3 to 6 towards Wisconsin. Then once we get to the new year, Tuesday and Wednesday, well, partly sunny to mostly cloudy, high temps low 20s. Yeah. That's only a hair warmer than normal, so the long warm spell does have an expiration date on it.
Yeah. Might have to change my travel plans for this weekend if all that snow comes.
Yeah, you might have to, Tony.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, that's the news for now. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock tonight.